Ladies and gentlemen, from Charlotte, North Carolina, at 235 pounds, Jaxson James. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing from College Station, Texas, 227 pounds, Cody Windham.
Welcome back to Wrestle Birmingham. I'm Michael Christopher. This match is one fall. Featuring in the ring right now, Jaxson James. And outside the ring, greeting as many fans, Cody Windham.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match will be one fall with a 30-minute time limit.
One fall with a 30-minute time limit. Kind of funny how as soon as Cody Windham gets into the ring, Jaxson James decides he wants to get out of the ring. And the referee is asking for the bell. Ding, ding. Collar and elbow tie-up between Jaxson James and Cody Windham. Clean break? Maybe not. Cody Windham didn't appreciate that break very much by Jaxson James. Another collar and elbow tie in the middle of the ring. Once again, pushed back into the corner is Cody Windham by James. Clean break, sort of. This time Windham retaliates. Collar and elbow tie for a third time. Go behind by Windham, but Jax retaliates with a knuckle lock. Reversed by Cody Windham into a headlock. This is one of the chances you see on Wrestle Birmingham as the young up-and-comers try to make their way into the sport, try to make headway into the sport, I should say. So far, so good. Cody Windham keeps a nice, tight headlock on Jaxson James. Jaxson James gets out of it, has the arm of Cody Windham. Twisted into a headlock by Jaxson James on a Cody Windham. If you've ever been in a tight headlock, you know what Cody Windham is feeling right now. That does not tickle. Into the ropes, shoulder block by Jaxson James. Cody Windham is down. Leapfrog by Cody Windham. Drop kick by Cody Windham. Beautiful drop kick on a Jaxson James. Headlock, he swings him down into the canvas. Alrighty. Windham's back to his feet. Jackson's back to his feet. James is back to his feet. And shoulder block by Cody Windham onto Jaxson James. Leapfrog by James. Another headlock back down onto the canvas. Strong headlock by Cody Windham, but James flips him over. He gets a 2 count. It's amazing. I guess technically you can see, you have a chance to see a pinfall when that happens, but in all my years of wrestling, I've never seen anybody win a match that way. But they've come close many a time, so you never know. One of these days. Cody Windham is just taking it to Jaxson James right now. James is trying to get out of it. Tried to bring his leg up over the head of Cody Windham, but couldn't quite get there. Both grapplers on one knee, both grapplers back to their feet, but the headlock is still tight by Cody Windham on a Jaxson James. Back suplex by James on the Windham.
5 minutes gone by in the match, 25 remain. 5 minutes gone, 25 remain.
You heard the ring announcer, 5 minutes are gone in this match, 25 minutes remain. Into the ropes goes James. Back body drop by Cody Windham on a Jaxson James. That's smart. Hip toss by Cody Windham on a Jaxson James. Windham has him up for a body slam. Full body slam. Down. And Jaxson James does a smart move and rolls out of the ring. He needs that breather. Here comes Cody Windham. Oh! James wasn't that out of it. He had enough sense of his mind to take the ring apron and pull it out. As Windham was coming out of the ring, he gets stuck in the ring apron, and Jaxson James just starts beating on him. Both grapplers are outside the ring. Referee's making a count, trying to get him back into the ring. Into the ring post goes Cody Windham by Jaxson James. I guess you could say the tide has now turned into the favor of Jaxson James as he rolls Cody Windham back into the ring. He goes for the cover, gets a 1, a 2, and Windham kicks out at 2. Front face lock by Jaxson James on the Cody Windham. They've only wrestled about 6 to 7 minutes, and both wrestlers have expounded a lot of energy so far. Cody Windham trying to get the crowd into it, trying to feed off the energy of the crowd as he's back to his feet. He breaks out the headlock. Tries for the sunset flip, and he has James down for the 1, 2. And James kicks out at 2 count. Ooh, knee to the gut by Jaxson James on a Cody Windham. Head first into the top turnbuckle goes Cody Windham. Windham's feeling it now. Kick to the gut, another kick to the gut. Referee is telling Jaxson James to get him out the corner, but instead he puts his foot on the throat of Cody Windham. That will sap your energy faster than almost anything. He pulls it back to the middle of the ring, gets a 1, gets a 2. Cody Windham kicks out at 2. He's still trying to get the crowd into it, trying to feed off the energy of the crowd. Front headlock by Jaxson James on the Cody Windham. Big forearm smash into the back of Cody Windham. Looks like he's going for a suplex. But Windham blocks it. Tries again. Windham blocks once again. Windham gets a suplex onto James. Cody Windham hooks the leg, gets a 1, gets a 2. Jaxson James kicks out at 2. Right to the head. Oh, slingshot by Jaxson James on the Cody Windham. He slung his throat.
10 minutes gone by in the match.
Rope.
20 minutes remain. 10 minutes gone by. 20 minutes remain.
This match is a one fall, the 30-minute time limit. 10 minutes have gone by. 20 minutes remain. Front face lock once again by Jaxson James on the Cody Windham. Notice how Jaxson James is leaning into him. That also saps the energy out of Cody Windham. But Windham has not given up. His arms are still moving as he tries to get the crowd back into him. Delivers a couple of elbows to the gut of Jaxson James, who comes right back with a big forearm smash into the back of Cody Windham. Wyndham's on his knees, just where Jaxson likes him. Standing drop kick by Cody Windham on a Jaxson James. Very nicely done. Both wrestlers are down right now. Wyndham's back to his feet first. James gets back up and misses into the corner. James charges again and runs right into the big boot of Cody Windham. Clothesline by Cody Windham on a Jaxson James. Another clothesline. James misses with a clothesline. Power slam by Cody Windham on a Jaxson James. Now the crowd is getting into it. He gets a 2.5 count on the Jaxson James. He wasted some time playing with the crowd there. He might have covered him and got the 1, 2, 3 if he would have covered him immediately. Jawbuster by Jaxson James on the Cody Windham. He tries for a corkscrew slam. Goes for the 1, 2. Ooh, 2 3/4. James thought he had him there. The referee tells him it was only a 2 count. Only a 2 count. But Cody Windham is hurt. And Jaxson James has just more or less thrown the rule book out the window here. He has him up. Cody Windham fights his way out of it with a couple of elbows. Kick to the gut. Front leg buster right there by Cody Windham. Looks like he's trying to work his way into a pinning position, and he does. He hooks the leg, gets a 1, a 2. And Jaxson James kicks out at 2.5. These two young guns are going at it tooth and nail here. It's still anybody's ball game. It's been a pretty even fight so far. As Cody Windham goes outside the ring onto the top turnbuckle, Jaxson James slowly makes his way back up. James moves out the way, but Cody lands on his feet, does a roll. James has him up into a fireman's carry. Angle slam. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3. Your winner,
ladies and
Jaxson
gentlemen,
James.
the winner of the match, Jaxson James.
Nice, hard-fought, tough match by two of the young guns in Wrestle Birmingham, Jaxson James and Cody Windham. We'll be right back with more Wrestle Birmingham.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, Jaxson J.